Hey guys, what is up? This is Chris Nibbs. I watched the new '80s Revolution video yesterday on what happened to the WWF. I say the panda happened to the WWF, but that's not the answer. The answer is this. It's a long story to say, but let's just say that he answered the question the way you can only answer it, being that every wrestling fans audience has their generation, whether it's Bruno Sammartino, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Edge, John Cena, Roman Reigns, etc., etc., etc. Bret Hart, Lex Luger. It's funny because I started watching when Jason stopped watching, which was 1993, which was still kind of the golden era. Hogan was around but getting ready to leave. I enjoyed Hulk Hogan in the WWF for 2 months, and then he disappeared for a good part of the year and showed up in WCW. My Hulkamania legacy, partially, I know it from watching WCW. I knew that Hogan and Macho Man were tag team champions, tag team in the WWF because of WCW. I know they had a checkered past because of WCW. Now you look at that flip side, the guys that I really looked up to, I was a Hulkamaniac always. Nobody could take his place, but he wasn't around. The guys I looked up to were Bret Hart, Diesel, Razor Ramon, and for some part, Macho Man, and my Hulk Hogan on the WWF side was Bret Hart. He was cool. People may say he wasn't muscular. He was damn muscular. People say he couldn't do good promos. He didn't really have to. All he had to do was take care of business in the ring, excellence of execution style, come in with oily hair, sunglasses, look like a badass with a leather jacket, and have cool music. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. You know, we had good guys like Owen Hart. We had sub main eventers, even though Coco Beware wasn't around, but he was around partially. But we had other sub main eventers that stink up the joint. And I'm not talking about Coco Beware. I like Coco Beware. I'm talking about TJ Hopper. The the plumber wrestler trying to repackage Barry Windham into the stalker. Really stinked up the joint. The Goon, a hockey player. really stinks up the joint. Brooklyn Brawler dressed up as a baseball player. He went by MVP, but then they changed it to Abe Knuckleball Schwartz. Really stuck up the joint until they got a good MVP in 2006 as Montavious Porter. I don't mind the women in wrestling. I think it's good. I think WWE did it better than Glow, and I enjoy Glow actually. But it's very 80s, and I enjoy the Netflix series. But I enjoy it. When I was growing up, the only wrestling ladies I knew was Sherry, Alundra Blaze Medusa, Luna Vachon, Bull Nakano, and even Leilani Kai, because she came back every once in a while. And don't forget Bertha Faye with Harvey Whippleman. I enjoyed it because it somehow still looked like the WWF, still had ice cream bars, still had merchandise, still had everything. My generation's Ravishing Rick Rude was like Lex Luger the Narcissist and Shawn Michaels. Rick Rude by that time was in WCW. I mean, I've scoped out wrestling as a very small child. On Sundays, my grandmother had the TV on after cartoons. I always loved Hulk Hogan because I was into He-Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Steven Seagal, He-Man, Batman. So it's just natural that I would love wrestling. And don't forget Ninja Turtles, and Kevin Nash was Super Shredder, by the way, in Secret of the Ooze. Obviously, I craved what I used to skim the channels and see. But my 80s wrestling that I really enjoy, because I went back, I watched 85, 86. I enjoy Hogan Piper. I enjoy Hogan Chic. Even Orndorff. But everything else, when they had them, they didn't really have an opponent. And I enjoy Hogan Andre. But it took them about 88, 87 to actually find their niche of a Hogan dance partner. And I think Macho Man was that partner. Everybody says that Flair came too late, but I believe they were still enough in their prime. In '92, they were still young. Screw it, they were still young. BS on everything else, shit on everything else. They was still young. Yes, it didn't happen in the '80s, but it happened in the early '90s in WWF, and that was good enough. I had my figures that I enjoyed, the Hasbros, like Jason's LJN. I was mad that Hogan didn't stick around for the WrestleMania 10. My first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 9, where he shocked the world and surprised Yoko and Bret Hart, and won the title in 5 seconds. And I cried because he did a tag team early in the night, really, That's what he was scheduled for. Him and Brutus Beefcake, the Megamaniacs versus Money Incorporated, Ted DiBiase, and IRS. And, you know, it was what it was. I'm not even going to go there. But having Hogan beat Yokozuna, the massive giant of the time, was pretty awesome. And for me, he should have been like that guy that